Such a happy Sunday. How is everybody doing? I'm doing good. I finally got time to put together my best of list. So I'm really excited to share these whiskeys with you. These are the best that I've had this year. Let me know what you have in your glass tonight. Hit that like, hit that subscribe, that share, all that fun stuff YouTube likes us to do. Let me scroll back here to the top. I had to reboot my computer tonight. All of a sudden, it didn't recognize my external monitor at all. So that's always fun. Like 10 minutes before you're supposed to go live to have computer issues. Let's see who we have here in chat. We have Sugar Kitty Meow eating dinner at just the right time. Slancha Moore. Cheers to you, Sugar Kitty. This is like my first drink of the day. Whew. It's been such a nice day today. It's been beautiful outside. The Browns actually won. I am having a good weekend. I hope you guys are too. We have Peter White. Cheers, Peter. How are you doing? Actually got my Canada shirt on today. So I'm glad you're here. James Morgan. Cheers, James. How are you doing? Cheers, everyone. We got Declan. Hello, everyone. Cheers to you, Declan. Got Eric Gunderson. Cheers, everyone. Cheers, Eric. I know Eric's got some good Irish whiskey. I think I got everybody. Yes, I got everybody. Okay. No, Richie Z. Cheers, Stacy and whiskey friends. Cheers to you, Richie. Hope you're doing good. All right. You're having a Weiss beer in your glass right now to wash down the currywurst. That sounds really good. I actually think it's been to Germany since the last time I actually had currywurst. It's been a while. We had kind of like an easy Midwest attempt at bangers and mash. We didn't have traditional bangers, so we just used these cheddar smoked sausages we got from our local butcher shop, and I made mash and gravy. So we had that. I usually around this time of year do try to find some traditional Irish bangers because it is officially, since it is January, it is now green season. So all we do from now until St. Patrick's Day is prepare for St. Patrick's Day. So no dry January for Stacy. We have a dry April, maybe May, but can't do dry January. Ooh, enjoying a 16-year Napoe Castle. That is a very good one. That's a really good one. Cheers to you, Douglas. It's good to see you. Cheers. Off-topic whiskey. Hope y'all had a happy new year. You're the whiskey shaman. That's right. Cheers to you. I did see that. Congrats. Currywurst is really easy to make, particularly when you get so many German. Yeah, we have a lot of German wurst here in Ohio. Sugar Kitty, I'm about to get your recipe. I wondered, Peter, I was thinking about you the other night as it got kind of cold, if you got your furnace figured out. So furnace conked out, so no going to the basement without a parka. Space heaters everywhere. They fix it till tomorrow. Tyrconnell 16-year Oloroso Moscatel. I love that one. Me and Donald, that's one we disagree on. I don't think it's a favorite of his. I really enjoy it. If I ever come across another one, I'd probably snap it up because mine is getting dangerously low. I'm probably just about out of it. That's awesome. Oh, Eric Gunderson cracking his 2 Stacks apricot brandy bottle that arrived today. I myself got a shipment from 2 Stacks as well. And the apricot brandy is definitely in there. That's just a great bottle. Here's a recipe from Daring Gourmet. Just look it up online. I will definitely do that. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Peter. I hope it at least, well, I don't know about you. Here it's warming up a little. I went out earlier. It's about 35. Which is still, considering it's been in the 20s and below, it's decent. All right. So I'm going to just jump into these. Thank you all for supporting my channel for 2025. Can't thank you enough. I really appreciate it in 2026 as well. I'm working on some guests to line up. I do try to kind of pack the roster from now till St. Patrick's Day. I got a few people I'm reaching out to send them some blind flights. So hopefully keep it nice and entertaining and fun if you don't just have to sit and listen to me every week. But we're gonna get it rolling here soon. If you are local, I am going to be doing a few whiskey tastings in the state of Ohio here coming up. which I'll let you know about the dates for those. I think I'm doing one in Columbus on February 20th. It's the only one we have scheduled so far. I'm working on one with Bourbon Battalion Bobby up in the Mansfield area. So I'll get you guys details as soon as I have them on those if you want to attend a whiskey tasting live. I keep them really light, super fun. It's important in mind that you have fun. That's the most important thing. All right. So I went with the lowest proof first. And I'm starting with what I actually thought was just a banger of a budget bottle this year. And that is Jameson Triple Triple. Now, if you're familiar with Jameson Triple Triple, if you've been to Ireland, you know that this is actually the third bottle that is called Triple Triple in the lineup. They also have a Malaga. The other, I can never remember. I think it's Madeira, but I never remember off the top of my head what it is. It's the newer one. It's a baby blue label instead of the green. But this one was a U.S. bottle. It launched in the U.S. first. And this one is bourbon sherry and chestnut casks. I did a full review of this one, 40% ABV. Retails for $28. Let me know if you guys have, if any of you have picked this up and tried it. I'm not a huge Jameson fan in general. I think the single pot still was good. The special bottle that I actually got from Middleton Bottle Club was really good. That was like a cask pick from the warehouse from Billy Lighton. So of course that's going to be phenomenal in cask strength. Actually, the Jameson 21 year that someone shared with me was the Whiskey Exchange pick. That was phenomenal. But this one, if I had to pick between this and regular Jameson, I'm going for this every time. So it's just a really, really good bottle. I don't mind you have better skills in presentation than some. Oh, thank you, James. Thank you. I appreciate it. Oh, hey, Yoris. Greetings. Cheers to you. It is good to see you. Hope you had a wonderful New Year. Let's see, make sure I didn't miss anybody. Sugar Kitty. I seem to have a 2-stacks apricot that arrived too. Can't imagine how that happened. Oh, you have another set arriving out in Cali as well. I hope you enjoy it. I really like it. That bottle is what really not just got me into brandy cask finishes, but it's one of the ones that really got me into 2-stacks. You could still just taste that light peat. It's still just that like roughly 4.5-year-old blend, but they just do brandy cask finishes so well. And you pick up so much apricot in that. I really like it. And the proof doesn't hurt either. I think it's still like 63%. Their brandy bottles, they've all proofed. I think they're going with like a 50% moving forward on those. But you guys that jumped on that for last week or 2 weeks ago got some of the last of the higher proof bottles. So I'll probably pick up another one myself, to be honest, because I love throwing those in giveaways. Those are great. Who else? I thought I saw somebody else jump in here. Roger Reese, cheers to you. It is good to see you. There you go. Triple Triple seems to be the entry-level bottle on the Jameson side compared to how Bushmills made the Peaky bottle as an entry. Yeah, well, kind of. I do agree with that, kind of. I think you're right, they did it as kind of a special bottle. I do think the Peaky Blinders, oh gosh, I kind of want to say that the Peaky Blinders bottle, the Prohibition, has a little leg up on this one just because of the proof. The proof's a little higher on that one. But this is honestly, it's a phenomenal pour, especially. I think this one is a great one if you are trying to get people into whiskey in general that typically don't like they don't like bourbon, they don't like scotch, they don't like whiskey. I think this is a good choice because of the sweetness. It has a lot of sweetness, a lot of chocolate notes, hazelnut. So I think that makes it a really good bottle for an introduction to Irish whiskey, an introduction to whiskey in general. I know it has been a while since I had this. Holy milk chocolate. That's like a Nestle Quick. It has so much chocolate. I actually had to go buy another one of these because we tend not to keep them. We've gone through a couple of these bottles, and the price doesn't hurt. I mean, $28, that's a good deal. Budget category is one of those ones, I think, and I'm guilty. I need to go back and I suck at doing videos lately because I'm trying to relearn doing video editing on my new laptop. And I need to do more of them. And I need to do, I think, especially budget Irish, because there's so much that comes out and so much that's on the shelf. And even bourbon. I think every 6 months is a good time to relook at budget picks, because there's so much that comes out that could drastically change. There's always new budget pours out there. So I'll have to redo a video. This will definitely be in the mix. So this was one of my early bottles from 2025. I really enjoyed it. And I will probably purchase another one. And as the state is starting to cut Irish from the shelf, that one sold pretty well. It's not going anywhere. Oh, I need to get into more Irish. Love it. Don't seek it out. I've been on an ASM kick for a year or two. I started getting into that, and then just because I'm so close to Kentucky, bourbon's available, I started kind of going down the bourbon rabbit hole. I just picked up a bottle of Hard Truth the other day. It was my first Hard Truth Double Oak, so it's my first Hard Truth. I like it. Pretty good. Oh, you had it. You were at work. Yeah. You were looking at the triple right about the time you were buying some gin. Didn't buy it. The gin selection is in the biggest local stores right next to the Irish selection. If you like a sweeter, like I said, if you like a sweeter whiskey, you like those chocolate nutty notes, I think you'll like it. If you don't really like a sweeter whiskey, I'm not sure that you're going to like it as much. That is the only downside to that. Cheers, Derek Whiting. How are you doing? Cheers to you. Hope you're doing good. Oh, as a concept, yeah. So you mean as a concept? Yeah, I would 100% agree with that. They rolled that out as just a special edition. Completely agree with that. Now, Irish Distillers does have a habit of sometimes when they roll out these special editions, and they are crazy popular, they'll keep them in the lineup. Redbreast PX is an example of that. Redbreast PX was not meant to be a regular item. When it was first released, it was released as kind of a special edition bottle. Wildly popular, crazy popular. And they ended up keeping it, obviously, as a staple. I could see them keeping this triple as kind of as a staple in their lineup as well. Maybe something to, go up against either that Prohibition bottle or, Blackbush, even though they don't taste the same, but just kind of something to spin off, to add, because Jameson really hasn't had, I think their last release was the Jameson single pot still, and that's been, 4 years? Well, they did the 15-year, but that wasn't released worldwide. Cheers, Richard White. Jameson Caskmate Stout disappeared. Yes, it has been discontinued. Both of those lines have been discontinued, the Stout and the IPA. Jameson actually has sold the brewery they bought, the 8 Degrees Brewing, that they were using specifically to make that whiskey. That whiskey, when they launched it, was so wildly popular, they had to buy a brewery to keep up. But they have sold that, and yeah, it has been discontinued for a couple years. So if you really enjoy it, you see it, make sure you snap them up. The Jameson Black Barrel Proof is fantastic. 100% agree. That's another great bottle that I wish was available in the US, and unfortunately it is not. Oh, it's back and you see it everywhere. Last I heard, it was still discontinued. But you never know. I mean, they could totally change that. You never know what they will do, I tell you. You can always split up. Not sure if that's me. Oh, hey, Donald Rance. Cheers to you. How are you doing? We are starting with the Jameson Triple. That is as much as I just realized I forgot one of the others, so my last one will have to be here in a minute. As much as I don't want to pick something from Irish Distillers, it's a good budget bottle. It really is. Doug gets his 2 stacks cast drink tomorrow. You're going to enjoy that one. I'm excited to hear what you think about it. That one, Mark Emmenecker. I donated to a charity giveaway that I think was for Big Vic, and Mark Eminecker got that one. Hinge is such a good price point. It is in 23 states here. I absolutely agree. The Hinge Doublewood, I would pick that myself over the Redbreast Kentucky Oak any day because I don't think they taste drastically different, and it's a third of the price. I absolutely love it. They don't sell it here, but they do sell it just over the river at the Party Source in Newport, Kentucky. So I've been able to stock up on Hinge there. I do like Hinge. I think I got everybody. Oh, yes. Thank you, Sugar Kitty. For those of you who did not catch my live 2 weeks ago, Two Stacks does have U.S. distribution. They're having a big sale right now on the old cast strength bottles and the apricot brandy. They are some of the older bottling that they did, some of the older, let me grab one. I have them right here. There we go. So these are the older bottling styles that they've did. They're getting rid of some of the stock. These, I paid $99 for my first one, and I think it's like $56, something like that. Crazy cheap. The cast strength is 65%. This apricot brandy is 63.5% ABV. So great deal. And they do ship everywhere but Utah and South Dakota are the only two states that they don't ship to legally in the U.S. So they've got everything arranged for taxes and all that good stuff and all that legality mumbo jumbo. So if you're, as long as you're not one of those states, they can ship to you. They have the Irish cream. Andrew was kind enough to send me a Christmas present of the Irish cream in a can. So I've got that. I don't think I put that on my shelf. No, I didn't. It's on the, I think it's on the stairs. I put some stuff on the stairs to bring it up to my studio. It hasn't quite made it yet, but it's the cool. I love it. I did go out and stock up on the Irish cream too. Oh, you prefer Patty's than over Jameson. You know, I like Patty. Myself, I like Patty. Oh, thank you. Hey, I would love that. Why don't, hey, get a hold of me. Shoot me an email. Let's get together. And you can come on and we will do, and I'll swap you some Irish whiskey for some American single malt. I would love that. I would love to try some American single malt. I haven't tried a whole lot. I've been to Stranahan's. I've done their, what's the special, like the Christmas winter edition they do. I've tried some of those. Virginia, I've had Virginia. I haven't had a whole lot of American single malt, to be honest. Ah, Richie Z poured some triple for a revisit. I like it. Does it affect the whiskey if you store it in the fridge? That's a really good question. I don't think so, but I wonder if it would get cloudy or if it would, I mean, or if it would affect the flavor. That's a good question. I mean, I wouldn't think, but if you're storing in the freezer, it might, but I don't think so. Hey, cheers, Candy. It's good to see you. Your favorite value at Irish's Powers Rye. I wish we weren't getting rid of that in Ohio. I pretty much, I think, cleaned out Central Ohio of their Irish Rye a year ago. But yeah, Hinch is solid stuff. Unfortunately, some of the good stuff we aren't getting here anymore. They've had some really great releases lately, and I haven't picked them up just because I mean, there's been so many releases in Irish. It's just impossible to keep up. It really is. Cheers, Tracy. Silly Yorkie. Cheers, Stacey and everyone. It's good to see you, Tracy. How are you doing? And I saw Josh Fritz. I'm way behind on chat, guys. Josh Fritz, cheers, evening all. It is good to see you. All right. I'm going to get to my second pour here. Oh, you did a podcast with Shane. Okay. Yeah, guys, make sure you check this out. Shane is great. I love Shane McCarthy. Love him from Two Stacks. He was on my channel last year at Christmas time. He was my Christmas guest. And then I had Andrew Healy this year. Andrew is in the U.S., so he knows more about, well, doesn't know more, but he knows all about the U.S. distribution. And you could tell he gets really excited about Two Stacks, and he just goes nonstop. It's funny. Very, very knowledgeable. Very knowledgeable. I loved it. Just sit back and hear him talk about Two Stacks, about Irish whiskey. Make sure I didn't miss anybody here. Yeah, cast strength and apricot. Wow, $49.99. And they're selling the rum and raisin, the dram in a can. I did pick up another bottle of the Cologne rum and raisin. Great. The Pachin, that is a great summer drink. I need a Belfast coffee. I need to make a Belfast coffee. It's been a while since I've had. Actually, it's been since I was in Belfast since I've had a Belfast coffee. Since I was over in County Down. Ah, there we go. Low proof ones that are unchill filtered might get stuff floating around in it. Yeah, that was kind of where I wondered about that. I mean, I don't think it would affect the flavor, but the fat should bond at low temp. Good way to see what kind of chill filtration it had. Yeah, that's a very good point. That's a very good point. Cheers, Kilco. How are you doing? All right. So the next one I'm going to pour here, as we're going up in proof, is one that actually, it was a special release for Ohio, and I'm honestly shocked that it is still on shelves here because they didn't do a huge yield of these. And that is the Clonakilty Single Pot Still. This is the Great Lakes Brewing Edition. So this one was finished in some Blackout Stout casks from Great Lakes Brewing Company here in Ohio. It's actually in Cleveland. And this is the Clonakilty Distillate Single Pot Still. This is 48% ABV. I love Clonakilty. I think their single pot still is just a fabulous example of a modern single pot still. I've really enjoyed this, but I'm almost done with it. I need to get more. And I've still seen it on shelves, which is crazy. I haven't seen a lot of it, but I have been seeing it on shelves, which is just nuts. The regular one, so this one, believe this is still their standard single pot still, which is finished in sherry cask, finished in Amontillado. Love this one with the addition of the Blackout Stout. Adds kind of some chocolate cinnamon notes to it. Oh, you love Andrew. Y'all get the best way to order 2 stacks. Yeah, it was, I was grateful that they did come over. They're working with Foley Wine and Spirits to get the online site set up and clear stock and give us all an option for ordering the Irish whiskey. Even let me know how you guys have been with whiskey this year. Myself, I have not ordered as much. I kind of cut back a little bit. I mean, ordering from Ireland is not cheap. The costs of things have gone up quite a bit. Shipping is not cheap. Some of the bottles, especially, a lot of my favorite distilleries are in Northern Ireland. Well, that is the British pound sterling conversion to dollars, which is not great. It wasn't horrible, but you're paying quite a bit more. So I've had to start saying no. And the more I found out, the more I didn't get the FOMO and didn't get the bottle, the more I was okay. I was okay with it. There'll always be another one because there's always another one coming. Always. And there's another release. What is this? The 4th? Yeah, there's another release in 2 days. And I probably will pick that one up. That was even before the tariff situation. Now with the tariff situation, that adds another layer. Bottles are getting stopped. So you really have to look. A lot of the people selling bottles over there they're losing money, and so you basically are buying at your own risk now. So that adds a big layer to it when you're having to roll the dice on bottle with shipping. You're spending $150, $200. Makes it kind of tough. I'm sure we're still both open and donated bottles to try. Yeah, Kilco, I need to have you as a guest some night. We'll do just a stream. We'll go right from mine into yours, and I'll send you some samples. So I know I've got some stuff you haven't tried. Cheers, Dave Vogelsang. Cheers to you. That's just so good. It's still fruity. It's chocolate, it's cinnamon, it's pears. The stout finish did not overpower the distillate. So you still get all those fruity notes that you would typically get in your Clonakilty. Really just, it's such a nice bottle. Yeah, unfortunately it is not sold outside of Ohio. If you are in Ohio anywhere, this is at multiple stores still. I think it retails for like $65. And these beer collabs, they do one in every state that they sell in. So it's pretty cool. It's pretty, I enjoy it. Declan loved the Stories and Sips edition, Clonakilty Virgin Oak. I really like that one. I'm grateful I got two. I'm on my last bottle of that. That one's real good. I really like that one. That's a great Clonakilty. So, Doug, then you know the bottle I'm talking about that's releasing on Monday. Or Tuesday. It's Tuesday, isn't it? Cut back on whiskey spending as well. I don't have FOMO anymore. Yeah, that's the thing. As soon as you break the FOMO, you don't have a problem with it. It's not buying those first couple bottles that are tough. Once you get over it, you realize, oh, there's another one. Okay, I'm okay with it. And you can always find them on secondary, probably. Hey, cheers. Hello again, whiskey friends. Cheers to you, Jeff. Jeff, I need to get a hold of you. I had an idea for you being a guest and me sending you a blind Irish whiskey flight. So I need to get a hold of you about that. I meant to do it today, but I got busy watching the Browns beat up on the Bengals. And so it did not happen. The first law of thermodynamics says it applies to Irish whiskey. There's always one more clone, right? And I didn't actually. I can't say that. So I skipped one cologne, but then I did get the next one. And it made it through. Did you ever end up getting that bottle? No. According to customs, it is still sitting in New York. According to according to DHL shipping, it's still sitting in New York. They tend to hang on to them for a very, very long time. If it ever actually makes it back to Ireland, it will get put in another box that I have there with 2 bottles from Sir Maurice O'Connell from Wayward Irish Spirits and be delivered to someone in a different state with a different name than mine, because apparently I got on somebody's bad list. So no, maybe one, we'll see if it ever shows up eventually. I did get a shipment. One of the test batches came from Ireland and they just sent in crap wine. And I mean, it literally is a bottle of wine with like floaters in it. So this wine is completely gone. But he just sent it to me just to test, and it got caught. It got stopped. And then it was like 3 months later and it actually showed up on my doorstep. And I'm like, oh my God. So we'll see. You never know. We'll see. Hey, cheers, Joe the Sample Guy. How are you doing? It's good to see you. Thank you. Thank you, Eric, for sharing the links. I appreciate it. Man, I'm way behind. Hey, Top Dog. Cheers to you. Hope you're doing good. Okay. I'll get a hold of you. I have an idea. I just got to make sure you're available. Southern Ohio State stores don't offer many Irish whiskeys. That I will agree with you. So the state tends to focus mostly on Columbus and Cleveland, Cincinnati to a smaller extent. This past year, Toledo complained that they were not getting anything. They wanted events. They wanted more whiskey. So the state did an event in Toledo last year, and it was, I guess, not really that well attended. But you are 100% correct. They don't. They tend to focus. I worked the event last year, so I kind of have an idea they're thinking about it. They focus in Cleveland because Cleveland is the area with the most Irish expats, the most people directly from Ireland that probably still have Irish passports. They live in Cleveland. They send a lot Columbus. For some reason, Cleveland, they're the best attended. They have the most Irish people there, but they're not the top spender for the state. Columbus is. So that's where the Irish whiskey tends to be mostly focused at. Like I said, Cincinnati, if you go to a big store like Jungle Gyms, they'll have some. Arrow in, oh shoot, I think it's in Mason. I think Arrow's in Mason. That store will have a lot, but as far as the rest of Southern Ohio, no, you guys are like in a dead zone. You're not going to get a whole lot at all. Doesn't mean you get a road trip to Columbus once in a while. Road trip up to Columbus. Let me know if you're coming. I'll tell you exactly the stores to hit with the best Irish whiskey selections. There's one on the west side in Hilliard that has a ton. Whole lot of ton. Holy Toledo. Yeah, right. Yeah, that was the one of it I did not attend. I worked, that was when I was doing stuff for JJ Corey, and I worked the one in Cleveland that was in Strongsville and Columbus. And Toledo was like on a Thursday. I'm like, I'm not driving to Toledo on a Thursday. And from what I hear, I didn't miss much. Sorry to anybody who is from Toledo, but a full year of sobriety definitely kills my FOMO. Well, congratulations on that. Full year is very impressive. Very impressive. Yeah, Arrow and Gems. Yeah, that would be where I would check out. That's where I was thinking too, Jeff. That's where I was thinking too. Hey, Debbie, how are you doing? Hope you're doing good. It's good to see you. All right. All right. So my third pour that I'm going to pour. Actually, I already poured it. Trying to debate what my last one's going to be. No, I'm going to go with this one. All right. So the third one is not actually Irish, but it is a brand that a lot of people, you will go over to Ireland, you will find on the shelves. You will find a lot of Irish whiskey drinkers are huge fans of this brand, and that is Talnua. This is the Old Saints Keep bottle from 2025. So I should have picked up two of these, let me tell you. Talnua, for those of you who might not know, is a distillery outside of Denver, Colorado, in Arvada. It's one of the suburbs. And Talnua is America's really first American single pot still distillery. Their complete focus is American single pot still whiskey. They do this. They follow, though, the Irish technical file for distilling single pot still whiskey. So the big difference, they're not in Ireland. They're in Colorado. But they're following all the same guidelines. They're using 50% malted barley, 50% unmalted barley. They're aging a minimum 3 years. This is released at 50% ABV. These Old Saints Keeps, these are great. These release every year on St. Patrick's Day. These are all different every single year. So I still have 23, 24, and 25. I drank all of 21 and 22. And this one was a very special one. This one, I had to get the card out because it doesn't say it on the bottle. So the whiskey was aged for 2.5 years in ex-bourbon barrels in both French oak and American oak staves. From there, the whiskey was transferred into barrels that first held PX sherry for 17 years, followed by a PX Solera brandy from 1948 for 13 years. So they left the whiskey in those barrels for another 2 years, giving it an age statement where it's just shy of being a 5-year-old whiskey. So this one has been one of my favorites. They did one year that was Amburana. I will say that is the best Amburana finished whiskey I've ever had. Still not a massive fan. I'm not that big a huge fan of cinnamon. So this one has been one of my favorites. This one, they did a red wine finish that was phenomenal too. Love Talnua. Yeah, thank you, Richie. So Talnua, as I announced last week, also won the award for best whiskey distillery in the U.S. for their bourbon stave finish. I need to pick up a bottle this year when I grab my Old Saints Keep. I actually like their Virgin White Oak. I have a couple bottles of that. I don't actually have a bottle of the bourbon stave. I'm going to have to pick one up. So beautiful dark color on these Talnuas too. They use Colorado barley. They use Colorado water. They try to do everything local. Yeah, that is true. Yes, I have some great mods. You guys are the best. So, oh, it's so good. It's like cookies. It's like apricots and spice, and it's got some kind of, I don't know, it's walnut, but there's some kind of like nutty flavor, like a hazelnut, and then cookies, like creamy vanilla cookies. Just a hint of like cinnamon. So good. So, how do you get a bottle from Talnua? Unfortunately, they have been so focused on keeping up with demand and volume. They're one of the few distilleries they actually don't have the problem of too much stock. They have a problem of not enough. So you will have to probably go to the distillery. Now, the good thing, or have a friend who's going to the distillery. They don't ship out anywhere, and you can't find it outside of the Denver area. If you have someone going to Denver, you can place an order online at the distillery, and they'll hold it for you. And just shoot them an email, say, I'm coming to get this on such and such date, or so-and-so will pick it up for me on such and such date. And that's totally fine. That's what I do every year. I'm blessed to have a good friend who lives about 5 minutes away from the distillery. So I'm able to get a bottle every year. So that's the good thing. I know, I've sent Mike from Livewire Whiskey. He's gone to Talnua. He has a bottle of Talnua now. It's so good. Can't get it much in your area. Yeah, they don't. I've not been a lot of stores outside of the Denver area. I think as far from Denver as I got was like Golden, and they didn't have it anywhere near there. But if you're in Denver, it's easy just to go to Arvada, which is on the north. I think it's like northwest, westish side of Denver, and pick it up there. And I said that one releases every year on St. Patrick's Day. Oh, Doug is coming to the Dublin Irish Festival this August. You are going to have so much fun. Make sure you come and stop and say hi. I'm sure I'll be still working the darts tent all weekend long. We work that festival. We're there from sun up to sundown. Oh, you never heard of it. Yeah. Talnua, they're just, I think in the last few years, starting to really get recognition. I know the Whiskey Tribe, the Whiskey Vault guys, they discovered Talnua, and Talnua's been down there. They've done videos with them, but they've won some awards, and this last one was the big one that they got this massive award for being named best distillery in the U.S. It's still a smaller distillery. They're just Patrick Miller is awesome. If you get a chance to talk to Patrick, he will talk your ear off. He absolutely has got such passion about what he does, and I'm still waiting for their whiskey to age. They actually did an experiment with Boann Distillery in Ireland, and they did one of Boann's historic mash bills, and they filled like I think it was like 3 casks in Boann, and then I think they had to fill like 7 casks in Arvada, because the angel share up in the mountain, they're below sea level, is way different in Arvada. If you've ever been, I learned real quick, you got to drink a lot of water when you're there, because the angel, everything just evaporates. It's crazy. So their angel share was so much, but they are supposed to be selling those together when the whiskey is ready, so people can see the difference between something that's got the same exact mash bill that's been distilled in Denver, Colorado, in the mountains, as opposed to distilled in Ireland. And that is just, I think that's so amazing. It's going to be so cool. Enjoy. I hope you have a good meal. Have I ever tried Macalonius out of Vancouver Island? I have not. That sounds like something I would enjoy, though. How can I order Talnua? You can go on their website. They do have a Square site you can order from. They do not ship, though. So if you know somebody that is in the Denver area or is going to be in the Denver area, they can pick it up for you. And they'll hold it at the distillery for them. Yeah, I do that all the time. All right. I'm going to go to my next one. I'm not going to pour. I got a couple that I'm not going to pour because otherwise I would be schnockered. But I'm going to save my last pour because for my number one whiskey of the year. All right. So one of the other bottles that I picked as my whiskey of the year is from Two Stacks. This is Two Stacks Irish whiskey. This is the Pillars of Creation 2025. This was, I say I'm not going to pour. I'm going to end up pouring a little bit of it. This was just a great bottle. This is just a great, great bottle. The Pillars of Creation series was something that they introduced in 2024. And it was to really showcase the distillate of Ireland. Not the big, big name distilleries, not the Great Northerns, not, the Irish distillers, but really kind of showcase what the craft distilleries have to offer in Ireland, and to really show what their blending skills for these different distillates. All right, so hey, Ben, how are you doing? I saw Ben sneak in here. Oh no, you are having one heck of a week. No worries, my friend. I hope you guys are doing okay. Hey, cheers, Bourbon Anthy. How are you doing, Anthony? It's good to see you. Let me know if you're going live tonight. I didn't have a chance to look for your thumbnail. I saw Kilco's. I know Kilco's going live. But I didn't have a chance to see her. So let me make sure I missed nobody else here. All right. So the first one, the 2024, I do like it. I think it could have had a bit less of the dingle in the 2024. That's all you taste. Dingle's kind of pretty pungent stuff. All right, you are going live. Okay. Yeah. Thank you, Sugar Kitty. Okay. We'll make sure we send everybody your way. So this one I was really excited about. And I said I wasn't going to pour a little. I did anyway. All right. So this one is a blend of single pot stills and malt whiskeys. This is finished in a Palo Cortado sherry cask. Again, they can't say single malt whiskey because it's multiple distilleries. So this one has 4 parts. This one actually does have some dingle in it. This is a dingle single malt first fill bourbon. They didn't use as much though. The second cask in this is from Ecklandville Distillery, who makes Dunvilles. They used a single pot still that was a first fill bourbon. The third is Boann. They used a single pot still that was a first fill Oloroso. And the last was Mickle Distillery. And they did a non-GI compliant peated single pot still that was a first fill Porto cask. So gorgeous color on this. You get a little bit of the peat on the nose, but honestly, what I'm getting is that port. A little bit of the Palo Cortado too. I'm starting to get that honey kind of butter cookie. It's really, really a nice whiskey. I think they married these 4 together really well. You definitely, I haven't had Boann enough to really be able to pick it out. You can pick out the Ecklandville. Dingle very slightly. The finish is the Mickle. You can get a little bit of that peat with the Mickle. I really enjoy these. This was 57% ABV. Unfortunately, these are not released outside of Ireland. This is they do an edition every year. They sell out same day, usually within a few hours. So follow Two Stacks, either Two Stacks Irish Whiskey website, or there's a Facebook group if you're on Facebook, Two Stacks Nation, and you can find out when these special releases happen. But this was a good one. This was a really good one. All right. Let me rinse my glass here. Because I know I said I'm not going to pour, and the next one I'm going to pour it. I'm going to want to pour a bit. I already know. I've had to kind of hide it from myself because it was going real fast. And let me check the ABV. I might actually be flipping it up. Nah, they're close. We'll go with this one. All right. So the next bottle, and these next few were Irish only exclusives, unfortunately. But the next one is one from a distillery my husband and I visited and absolutely fell in love with. That is Copeland Distillery, their 25.1 release. Now, I was lucky enough to get 25.1, 25.2. I really want 25.4. It's a single pot still. I just at the time had picked up another couple bottles. It was getting close to Christmas. I kind of had to hold off. But that other one I really want as well. This one is really unique in that it is chocolate malt. So this is a double distilled chocolate malt bottled at cask strength at 58.6. If you are in Ireland, highly recommend you check out Copeland. They're on the coast up in County Down at Donaghadee, producing just some amazing whiskey. I love they're using chocolate malt, they're using crystal malt, they're using different kinds of finishing. They're doing some rye. They're doing double distillation on their malt. So they're producing some really flavorful whiskeys. Oh, yeah, I know. Some of these releases, like like the Copeland, the 2 stacks, they do ship to the US. It's just with our shipping situation right now. You're kind of rolling the dice on it. I know a lot of people are just holding their stuff over in Ireland until they're over there again to pick it up. I got a couple over there. I might roll the dice and send it to a friend of mine in New York. We'll see. I had one get through, so I need a new name. I needed like a really indescript name that customs won't even look twice at. Because apparently I'm on some, like I said, I'm on somebody's crap list that I get stuff stopped, but the 4 is the better ones, so some say. Yeah, that's the one. See, that's the one I wanted to try. I have the 1 and 2. And the 2 it's good, but it's a lot of sherry, like a lot of sherry. And I get that pencil shaving note on it that I sometimes get when something's got a little too much sherry on it. And it's just got a lot. They never look at your name because they cannot pronounce it. Yeah, like I said, I don't know. I got on somebody's list. This UPS and DHL. We thought DHL was a safe one. Everybody thought, okay, DHL, UPS, we're gonna have to avoid Louisville, but DHL's fine. Then I broke that rule, so ruined it for everybody. It's so good. It's like dark chocolate mousse. There's spice at the end, like a clove, vanilla. It's so nice. Very rich, very decadent whiskey. Love the color on this, that chocolate malt. A little bit of coffee. I also think it's got like a dark chocolate mousse, or I guess maybe some kind of chocolate macchiato. Yes, Judge, I'm changing my name to Betty Brown for business reasons. Don't tempt me. Don't tempt me. Yeah. Yeah, I might. Whatever works, right? Like, it's crazy. Yeah, I know that we talk about the Irish whiskey club that we're in. Well, they did a whiskey cruise down the Caribbean, and they were getting about 10 cases of whiskey for the whiskey cruise, and that whiskey got stuck in the US. I don't think it made it to the boat. So they had to kind of scramble and get stuff to the boat because customs it wasn't even staying in the US. It was just going through the US to Puerto Rico, but they stopped it here. Wouldn't let it go. Oh, it's crazy. My best Irish whiskey of the year is what you have in your glass now. Oh, the Teeling Black Pit Single Marsala Cask Strength. So you have, is that, now yours, is that a Belgian exclusive or is that the Teeling Black Pit's Cask Strength? That sounds amazing. It sounds really good. I do like a Marsala cast finish. That's one of my favorites. Ah, Richie Ports and Power Signature. That is one of my favorites. I prefer that. I know Three Swallows replaced that. I prefer Signature. All of my Irish whiskey drinking friends prefer Signature. I probably need another backup of a Signature. So I'm going to have to start looking and reaching out to people and start looking for another backup. Signature and Tullamore Dew Phoenix. Those are the two that are discontinued that every time I run across one, I'll snap it up. Ah, the peat is so well balanced. That sounds really good. We need to start our own worldwide shipping service specifically to get people their alcohol with less hassle. I completely agree with you. Just make a shipping service strictly for alcohol. Charge me the tariff. I'll flip and pay it. Charge me whatever you want. I'm going to pay it as long as the bottle gets through. Oh, it is a special release for Belgium. That sounds really good. I didn't think the regular cast strength had that finish. That sounds really good. That sounds like it was amazing. We pay a bit of a premium, but I have two I backed up. Yeah. It's discontinued. Yeah, I have. Yeah, I got one over there. Okay, yeah, you can see it. You're right there. And I did have a backup downstairs, but that is my backup now. So I need to get another one. Yeah, that's a really good one. This Copeland is flippin' wonderful. All right, well, let me go on to my last one here real quick. And then I'll pour my last pick. So I've got one more bottle I wanted to kind of go over. I'm not going to pour it for realsies this time, considering I've said that twice and still poured them. Because I do want to pour my last one. That Copeland is so good. That literally is like a freaking chocolate macchiato. It's crazy. All right. So the other bottle that I picked is one of my best of the year. And I went back and forth between the first one on this one and this one. And I ended up picking this one. This is from Culloden. Yes, Sugar Kitty, of course I'm going to get a Culloden in here. This is Culloden Barontoul. This was Saghalin 2. This is the Maids of Mayhem. So this is a 4-year-old mixed mash bill, 59.8%, finished in a Rupert and Rothschild cask. This one was really good. Let me see if I can find the details about this one. Oh, there it is. So this one is 3 sacks of unmalted barley, 7 sacks of smoked malted barley, 2 sacks of oats, 1 sack of wheat, 1 sack of rye. And it was finished in an ex-bourbon cask and then a Baron Edmund wine cask from Rupert and Rothschild. I really liked this one. This one came out in July. And like I said, I debated on which one of the Culloden Saghalin that I wanted to do. And I went back and forth because I love rye. But this one, just something special about it. Something really special about that one. And it was a really, really nice one. It is my number 1 Irish whiskey available. On secondary it is. And I wish I could have picked something different. You're going to see why I picked what I picked. Because I'm about to grab the bottle because I forgot to grab it before the stream. I would like to have picked something that was from a smaller distillery, one of my favorites. Because, you know, I love supporting the independent distillers. And this bottle was just that crazy good that I really couldn't say, you know, no, it wasn't the best. It was. I know I shared a sample with a couple people. Durrell, I believe. I thought I sent one Durrell. Almost positive. Yeah, I included that in his lineup. I know Jason Mastrandrom, he's local. I got him a sample of this. The number one of the year. On my little flag. Redbreast 15 cast strength. I would love to have picked a smaller distillery bottle. This one was phenomenal. This one I would have loved to have picked up more than one. The price was crazy reasonable on this. Very unlike Irish Distillers. It was, you could only order one at a time. And I should have ordered more than one. I should have gone back and put in a second order. At the time, I thought, how good could it be? It's really, really good. It does amp up all those redbreast flavors. This is, 15 year is another one that was just released for a special edition, and then they added it to their lineup. So like I said, Irish Distillers does this often. This one is, trying to find the ABV on this sucker, 56.3% ABV. Now, supposedly, everything that they've told us is this is one and done. They're only doing it once. But the bottle has B125 on it. It has a batch number on it. So they kind of got our hopes up about it. So I'm really hoping, maybe, possibly someday. Although they're still, we keep screaming we want Christmas cake. I would absolutely love for them to come out with Christmas cake, and they just won't do it. The closest we got was 18. And that's just not the same. Yeah, that was one I jumped on it right away. It was one of the ones I jumped on right away. And like I said, I wish I'd have gone. I was surprised at the price, how good it was. But Redbreast is also one of the ones. So for those of us in the U.S., Redbreast does not ship to the U.S. Not for something like the 15 was an Irish release. So that one wasn't available in the U.S. So we had to get that from Redbreast, shipped to an intermediary to ship to here. So we had to scramble a bit for that one, but oh, the nose is just so good. It's so juicy fruit. It's so tropical. Red berries, that nice pot still spice you got from Redbreast, and it amps it up. It just amps it up. 15 is great. This is just people who love 15 would absolutely love this. Now, if you go on to some of the Irish whiskey second, if you're absolutely, I gotta have this bottle. Go to Whiskey Bitters in Ireland. Go to Irish whiskey auctions. You might see some of these popping up on the auction sites. Again, just with the shipping situation, it's just if you have to, basically, if you're shipping UPS and going through Louisville, if you're on the West Coast, you'll probably be fine. If you're on the East Coast, you'll probably be fine. But those are the two sites that might still, you probably can still find these. I mean, they made a lot of it. It didn't sell out. I think it was 24 hours before it sold out. So they had a lot of it. So you could probably still find one. When it released, it wasn't that expensive. That was what was crazy about it. I think it was only like it was under $150 for that bottle. And I think the 15 retails for $135 now, $125. So it's really nice. It's crazy how much I get, on the regular 15, I get a lot of those tropical fruits, a lot of it. This one, I'm starting to get more of, I get the vanilla. I'm getting more of the stone fruit, like the apricot, a little bit cherry. It's kind of some, strawberry or blackberry. I swear I am going to try that, Sugar Kitty. I'm going to order something small, and I'm going to ship it UPS to my house to Betty Brown. And I'll let you guys know if it all goes through. I might order something like a dram in a can or something like that. But something small. Something small. And I'm gonna see if that actually works. I'll put my regular dress on it, they'll deliver it. Is it X bourbon and X sherry? I believe so. I believe it is. I'm almost positive it is. Yeah, they don't say. Oh, maybe it's on the back. Oh my god, that print is so small. Are you kidding me? They do not say, but to my knowledge, Richie, it is the exact same as Redbreast 15, just at cask strength. That would be Oloroso and bourbon, more bourbon than Oloroso. That is the big difference between for the 15. So I think that is. Regular 15 and X bourbon. Yeah, the vast majority is X bourbon. I believe the regular 15 does have some sherry in it though. I need to get another bottle of regular 15. That's the one I don't have on my shelf. That's the only one I don't have is that 15. So I need to get that one. Yeah. But the 15 is more X bourbon. But so that is my top whiskey of the year. I hope you guys have the opportunity to try some of these in the new year. And I hope you also have a chance to try some phenomenal whiskey that I haven't tried yet. So it is 7 o'clock. Kilco's going to go live right now. Hop over there, join him. Anthony Bourbon Neophyte is going live at 7:30. I will see all y'all next week. So have a good rest of your week, and I will talk to you later. Sláinte.